It was a lot easier to come up with the prompt. Just to be honest with you, I was writing down the cons super quickly.
I want all three. Ooh, Ashley. Hey, ooh, Ashley. Hey.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Shay back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley. As you can see by the title of this video today, I'm going to be giving you pros and cons of starting locks with comb coils. If you didn't know already, I did start my lock journey with comb coils about 9 months ago. My 9-month lock update will be up very soon, so stay tuned for that. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Ashley, and I post videos twice a week. I'd love it if you gave this video a thumbs up and also subscribe down below to join the family. And without further ado, let's hop into this video. So I do have 4 pros and 4 cons. I'm going to start with the pros first, and then I'm going to start with the cons second, and we're going to wrap up the video that way. So the first pro of starting locks with comb coils is that they're going to give you a really nice and cylinder uniform shape. I really love that when you start with comb coils, you get like a really nice cylinder, round, perfect almost shape. If you do the parts the same, if your hair is pretty similar throughout, your locks are going to look very similar all throughout. Your locks are going to be around the same size. They're not going to be lumpy. They're not going to be bumpy. They're not going to look different or weird or anything like that. And that is one thing I really love about starting with comb coils. Sometimes when you start with other methods, they don't look as cylinder or uniform as comb coils may look. And that also brings me to my second pro. I love comb coils because honestly you can't see how you started. Say if you were to start with braids or twists, down the line, even sometimes years into your lock journey, you can still see that braid or twist pattern in your locks. And one thing I really love about comb coils is that because it's like a spiral, you really can't see your method of starting. So they just look really nice, really uniform, really sleek. I feel like if you're going for more of a tame look, you want to go with comb coils just because you're not going to be able to see that visible starting pattern, which I think is a really nice pro of starting with comb coils. The third pro, and I feel like this is a pro to me, this is just my opinion, a lot of people may not agree with me on this one, but I really like that at the ends, during your starter lock phase at least, you can still see your curl pattern. So on the ends of a lot of my locks, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's like a curl pattern still at the end of them. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it just makes me feel like I can still see my curl pattern. Like I don't necessarily have to get rid of my loose natural just yet. Even though I've literally gotten rid of my loose natural, I've committed into my lock journey. But I love that I can still see a little peek of my curl pattern. I can still see my coils at the ends of my locks. And like I said, a lot of people actually don't like that, but that is something that I love because I feel like they're just so unique to everybody. Everybody has a different curl pattern. And for the most part, because you're starting with comb coils, it's going to be like a uniform spiral throughout, and at the ends, they typically just take the longest to lock and your little curl pattern is still there, and I just really love that a lot. So the fourth and final pro of starting with comb coils is that there are tons of locticians out there who start comb coils. It won't be difficult or hard to find anybody out here who's starting comb coils. You can go on Instagram, look up locticians, look them up on Google, look them up on Facebook, word of mouth. Like honestly, it is so easy to find a loctician that does comb coils. So if you were to start that way, you wouldn't have trouble finding a loctician at all. Also, if you're not comfortable retwisting your own hair, styling your own hair, washing and all that stuff, you can always find a loctician who specializes in comb coils who can do your hair for you. So it's really nice that there are a lot of stylists out there that do specialize in comb coils, so you're all set if you don't want to do your own hair. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit hard to come up with the pros. It was a lot easier to come up with the cons than it was the pros. Just to be honest with you, I was writing down the cons super quickly because I feel like us as humans, we tend to find the things that we don't like in every situation, and it's harder to find the things that we do like. But I hope that some of you did agree with me on my pros because those are things I genuinely love about starting my lock journey with comb coils, but there are a few things that I don't like and that I consider to be cons as well. So the first con is that they're going to be extremely difficult to like coil on your own if they unravel. I vividly remember my loctician literally messing up my hair, and she made some of them way too big, and I really didn't even notice until I got home. So I sat there and I had to recoil a lot of them. Coiling them on my own was not easy. Eventually I did find a good comb and I did eventually get the hang of it. It was really hard trying to coil some of these pieces, and let me tell you, I hope I never have to do it again. Honestly, my hair is to a point where it's not gonna unravel at all. I'm 9 months in, baby. My hair is locking. It's basically locked in a lot of areas, so I'm not gonna have to worry about that, but it was a pain trying to coil some of these pieces. So the second con is that washing your hair especially in the beginning stages when your hair is so prone to unraveling, can be so intimidating. I actually went to another loctician to wash my hair for the very first time. First of all, I feel like she didn't really wash my hair that well, but that's besides the point. We're not going to get into that, and it's maybe because she didn't want to unravel any of my locks. I did get my hair washed 2 weeks after starting, and I got a retwist as well, which I don't recommend. Wait at least a month to get your first retwist and to retwist in general. But I really wanted to wash my hair because the loctician that I went to used that brown Pro Style gel in my hair, and it was leaving flakes everywhere. My scalp was itching, and I was like, I just need to wash my hair, but I was so scared to do it by myself that I decided not to do it. So I do recommend that you use like the stocking cap method. Like, you can literally get like a wig cap, put it on top of your roots, and like scrub it that way just so you don't unravel anything. Or just go to your loctician if you like them. Like, if they do a good job, if you know that they do a good job, go to your loctician to do it if you're too scared. But there are so many videos on YouTube on how to wash your starter locks, but yes, it can be very intimidating to wash them in the beginning just because your hair can and will unravel. So the third con of starting with comb coil is that your hair is going to appear very thin and stringy in the beginning stages. As you can see, my locks have thickened up. I will insert a picture on the screen right here of what my locks look like on the first day. As you can see, just for a comparison, my locks have definitely thickened up, but that first day and those first couple months, your locks are going to be extremely thin compared to like what your natural hair's fullest potential, fullest volume can look like. Your hair is going to look so thin, so stringy, and that is something that you have to get over in the beginning. You can wear head wraps, you can wear wigs to cover it if you're not comfortable, which is something that I did definitely, but that is just something I want you to know. If you start with comb coils, your hair is going to be in the smallest cylinder, smallest little section that it can possibly be in, and that is just something to think about if you do want to start with comb coils. So the fourth and final con of starting with comb coils is that they can be very difficult to start on your own. If you don't have the money for a loctician or you don't trust somebody, it can be very difficult to twist them comb coils by yourself. Like I said in the first con, they're so difficult to twist if they unravel, but imagine trying to twist out your entire head. Like, for me personally, I already have a hard time parting my hair, so just imagine parting your hair, trying to get it the way that you want it to be, and then trying to coil your hair on top of that. I would not be able to do that. That is specifically why I went to a loctician to start. I knew that I would be able to maintain my own hair after the fact, after somebody else parted them out for me and started them for me and comb coiled them for me, and she deserved every dollar that I paid to her, even though that is a whole nother story. She deserved that because I am so happy and grateful that that woman started my locks, because I don't think I would have been able to do it. I wouldn't have had the patience to start them on my own. So that definitely is something to think about if you want that uniform comb coil look. It may take you a minute to do it. You may want to get somebody to help you, or you may just want to like go to a loctician, just put it down, pay them to have them start them for you, because they are so difficult to start like comb coils on your own. Alright, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you are still here, please comment down below the lion emoji just so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I will pop it up on the screen. You are a real one for watching all the way through. Hopefully you agreed with some of the points I made in this video. These are pretty much all of my opinions on what I think the pros and the cons are for starting with comb coils, because I have started with comb coils myself. I love my lock. It's honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made. I would not go back. I would not go back and change my method of starting, because I love the way that my locks look and I love the way that they're progressing. But I hope that this gave you some insight on if you would like to start with comb coils or not. Once again, thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe down below to join the family. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.